hello everyone. My name is Rachel and I've been with Sotheby's Institute of Art for about 5 years now. And tonight I'm excited to talk to you a little bit more about our London Gap Year program that we'll be offering this year and beyond. Our 6 and 12-week residential programs that we offer are really designed to introduce students to a world of creativity, culture, business, and opportunity in the heart of London. I do like to think that it's ideal for students who are really passionate about the wider arts industry and are looking to be immersed in culture. It's an opportunity for you to broaden your perspective, meet new people, develop an intimate understanding of the art world, as well as discover your place within it. I do want to note that living and learning is an integral aspect of our Gap Year program. So during the program, you'll be introduced to what it's like to live in a creative capital. So you'll be visiting some of the city's major cultural venues like the British Museum or the Tate Modern or the Barbican Center, as well as attending talks and workshops led by experienced professionals in the public and commercial art world. So that would be auctioneers, gallerists, curators, and artists. And that's all designed to help you take full advantage of the London art scene. Speaking of the experts, I would be remiss not to mention some of the people you'll be learning from. So in addition to being taught by 2 course leaders who are going to guide your exploration, there are going to be a lot of guest speakers who join. And some of our previous speakers have included the director and head of photographs at Sotheby's Auction House, Catherine McCormick, who's a feminist art historian, many times published, who teaches on a lot of our other programs at Sotheby's. The duo behind Secret Cinema, which if you've never heard of that, I highly recommend giving it a look. It's a very unique, immersive theater experience in London. Leo Crane, who's a portrait artist and animator, Nadia Berry, who's an artist and educator and course leader at the Tate and the Royal College of Art, Sandy Neary, who is the former director of the National Portrait Gallery, just to name a few. Our goal is to really expose you to those experts in the art world. I do want to mention the structure of the program as I find it rather unique, especially among arts programs. So each week is dedicated to a different topic designed to introduce students to the many corners of the art world and the many career pathways open within the art world. So, for example, in our curating week, students are going to be able to dive into all elements of curatorial practice today. That includes design, installation, media relations, and looking at how those curatorial practices differ in a museum setting or a commercial gallery setting or a pop-up space. In our branding and marketing week, for example, students will be meeting with professionals who are helping to guide the brand and communication strategies at some of London's established and emerging art institutions. All in all, this curriculum is intended to expose students to the key players in the art world, help them explore the city and follow their interests. I did want to show a sample schedule. Our team is always working to improve the schedule, but this is just, I think it helps give a nice sense of what might be expected. So on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, those are our primary class days, spent in the classroom and out on site visits. And on Wednesdays, students are going to be immersing themselves with a particular institution. So a professional expert will set a project to a small group of 3 to 4 students to work together throughout the 6 or 12 weeks they're together to develop a project by the end. So for example, some of our students worked with a bespoke Savile Row tailor to develop a new branding identity for them. Other students this fall worked with Gunnersby Park Museum to help them connect more with the LGBTQ+ community, just to name a few. And then Fridays are kept open for personal exploration. We've learned from many students before that we jam-pack the schedule too much and they want a little bit more free time. So we've kept those Fridays open for personal exploration. And then evenings and weekends as well are going to be kept open, but there will be some optional opportunities to explore the city in small groups. And then the weekend, there'll be some optional day trips outside of the city to places like Oxford and Stratford and Brighton. Before I go over some logistics about the program and the admissions processes, I did want to note a major development in our programs. So starting this fall, we'll be adding a travel element to all of our programs going forward. So in addition to living in London, students will also have the opportunity to travel with us to Scotland for 3 days, a week to France, a week to Italy, or they can do all three, depending on which they're interested in. And so that feature will be added this coming fall. It won't be available this summer, but if travel is what interests you, I would definitely encourage you exploring that option. Now for the admissions logistics. So it's open to students ages 18 to 21. We're now accepting applications for our summer and fall 2022, but our 2023 programs are also open. Just for clarity, I'm just posting the two most recent upcoming ones for your reference. Our tuition does include housing, and we do have financial aid available for all of our programs at the moment. So if you're interested in applying for financial aid, I do encourage you to apply. Applying for aid will have no bearing on whether or not you're accepted to the program. So if you are seeking aid, please do feel free to apply. And we have an application deadline coming up on February 21st. And I do encourage people to apply early because spots do fill up. So if you're interested in learning more about the program, please do reach out to us at that email or phone number there. And I really do encourage you to go to that URL listed. We have a video introduction to the program that I think can be quite illuminating. And that's it. Thanks, Jonathan.